What's up, guys? It's kind of late, but it's kind of been a busy time. Getting a lot of things done. Like I said, I have a few things coming in. Apparently, I have something tomorrow, supposedly. Uh, Things are happening. Some not great, unless tomorrow is what is supposed to happen, I guess. I don't know. I'm hoping. Uh, do have a few. Like I said, I need to do some mailbox. I have stuff coming in for mailbox. Gotta order some more stuff. However, I have been pretty much busy. I tried to get into Animation Magic. Unfortunately, we can't film in there anymore. So I think because they're dealing with merchandise that's not technically legal merchandise, some knockoffs, but it's still pretty good. I mean, I got to meet a guy who does 3D projects, like building stuff from work. We actually brought him in. He was selling his stuff outside. Some pretty cool stuff. I wish I bought some. He had like a samurai warrior that literally a lot of the wrist, the joints were all bendable. I don't think it would be able to stand properly, but it looked pretty cool. He did some lizards, some orcas, some great work. And I saw some work in Animation Magic that kind of reminded me of his, just not as good as his. But it's okay. And then we got in these new weird looking monster things that reminds me of Monchi-Cheese. The ones that we got in at our store were knockoffs from China or one of the other stores. But our price was pretty reasonable for them, and we actually did pretty good. I guess collectors could tell. Don't know what the difference was, but I mean, sometimes knockoffs are pretty great. They're cheaper, and sometimes they're just as good. Take the Transformers Masterpiece series with like Fan Toys and Magic Square doing their own versions of these things. Of course, China is doing their own versions. Not die-cast, however, but still pretty much the exact same thing, just plastic. So it is a bit cheaper. I believe they are selling, I don't know if it was the real deal, but it was more than we were selling it for. And I kind of made a comment under breath that because of the price, I was hoping it's the real deal and not what we had, and I think the manager might have heard me. So, I mean, I don't think it matters to a lot of people, because I've seen Lego characters that aren't supposed to be made in the store, but I would still buy them. I guess just be careful. But I have literally been going out of my mind and doing a lot of shopping. The Loyal Subjects brand is creating our past for a lot of our older guys. They've done a remake of Strawberry Shortcake, remake of Rainbow Bright, the dolls that are pretty much almost the exact same dolls. They just look a little bit better. Of course, you know, it's been years, so they had time to perfect some new skills. They are doing gem and the holograms, which I want a gem. However, right now, the gem that they have out is only at Walmart, and it is literally impossible to find. You can find it online, but it is literally almost triple the price already. However, since it's doing this good, supposedly they're going to be releasing a normal brand version in every store. I just want one gem in the holograms doll, hopefully gem, as a reminder. Although the doll that's out now looks pretty insane. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it does come with a change of clothes, which is Jerrica Benton, her alter egos, but the hair is still pink and there's still Gem's face paint. Honestly, it's gonna be like my other two dolls. It's not coming out of package. I mean, $60 is still cheaper than the older dolls, which is up to $600 now. $400 to $600. They're also, Loyal Subjects are also doing My Buddy, My Pet Monster, some Popo stuff, and another big thing is Mask, Mobile Armor Strike Command. They should be bringing out some vehicles sometime this year. From what I've been hearing, within the next 6 months, which is going to be big. So they basically said it is them bringing out the exact same toys, just make it look better with the technology today. I can't wait to see what these things look like. The only one I'm really want so I would love to have Rhino with all three of the characters: Matt Tracker, Bruce Sato, and Alex. Shoot, I forget his last name. Possibly Condor with Brad Turner. But the one I'm shooting for, of course, is Switchblade, the helicopter that could turn into a plane. Just to have a mask toy with Miles Mayhem. Lots of G.I. Joe classifieds. Next week, I believe, or the next week, they will be doing a live stream with pre-orders going up as well. Lots of things coming out that is bringing back what it was like being a kid. I mean, I honestly never would have expected to be able to get some Thundercats, get some Silverhawks, get some Ninja Turtles, get some G.I. Joes, some Star Wars figures. Now get some mask toys. Just the idea of everything that we grew up with coming back out is insane. Honestly, I would love... There's still a lot of things I want from the old days that I don't think will be remade. Like Doc Terror. Well, yeah, the Centurions are being reproduced, so hopefully I can get a Doc Terror. Scarab from the Bionic 6. Overlord from Black Star, Big Boss from Cops. The Darkling Lords from Visionaries. There are a lot of old toys that I would love to get. Something from Captain Planet, Captain Planet, Dr. Blight. Jaws from James Bond Jr., Captain Power and the Soldiers of Fortune. There are some things I would love to see remade. Just to see how it would look by today's standards. Yeah, Saw Boss, of course, from Jason the Wheeled Warriors. So for me, I was personally a huge fan of Decompose from the Inhumanoids. But the actual toy that they had looked horrible. It looked like it was a rush job. The greatest looking toys were actually all the good guys. The Tendril, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Metlar, probably the best looking of the three, but still horrible. He looked, so Metlar in the cartoon looked a little smaller than the other two, but looked heftier. The toy was a bit taller, skinnier. It, like I said, the bad guys look rushed. I'm still waiting for them to do the Tiger Sharks. Only want one character from that. There is a lot of comics I would love to get. Older comics. I just was reminded today that Marvel did an A-Team comics. I simply forgot about that. I remember I had the first comic. And of course, we got a lot of stuff coming from Marvel and DC. Because there will always be new movies, new cartoons. So I think the future of toys, I love that we get to see future stuff, but I also hope we get to relive some of our past. And with that being said, I have definitely relived some of my past with this week's toy reveal of what we got this week. It's not much. It's actually 2 comics and 1 Funko. And truthfully, I haven't really found anything within the past couple of weeks. So, things are looking slim. But like I said, I do have a lot of things coming. Hopefully I can start unboxing some stuff. I do have about 3 mailboxes to do. I do want to unbox a retro thing. A statue that I got from GameStop probably a couple years ago. Put it on my desk finally. Ooh. However, I was able to pick up the Thundercats #1 comics. Honestly, at a pretty reasonable price as well. There is a little dirt marks on it. which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I can't argue with the price. I don't think it's coming out of the bag. I have ordered the Thundercats Omnibus. Not sure when that's shipping, but I'm glad I got this. The other comic I got, both of these were from Other Realms. I kind of fanboyed out because I never thought I'd actually see this comic again in person. And again, it was a very reasonable price for what it is. I do still have to get a G.I. Joe #1. Yes, I do have the compendiums, but I just want to have the original comics. But I do have Transformers 1. Now I have Thundercats 1. And I do have Godzilla #1. Which is crazy. But to add to the Transformers, now I have Transformers #8. The first appearance of the Dinobots in the comics. Like I said, I would have never expected to find this it's not in a bad shape either. But to find that somebody sold it back at that price, being the first appearance of the dinos, I would have thought it would have been at least 100. Maybe the same as the first issue. But this was a must-have. There are a few Transformer comics that I wish I could go back and go through to see which ones I think are must-haves. There are a few I know that are a must-have besides one, and this is the second must-have in the Transformers comics books. Like I said, I know this year they are coming out with the Transformers Marvel Comics compendiums. So, you know, hopefully I can, maybe some of the prices will lower. There's still quite a few comics I want to collect. Can't wait to get. So we'll see what happens. So I do have one more thing, a Funko. Again, something I never would have expected to find. Again, something that surprised me. There are a couple Funkos out now and coming out that I do want. Hordak from She-Ra. Gem and the Holograms, they're bringing out Gem, the rest of the holograms, and Synergy. I've seen Synergy, and I miss Gem. I do want the new Gem to put with my old Gem. They are also bringing out a couple Thundercats. I do want the mummified version of Mummura to put with my Mummura. Surprisingly, there is a lot of good Funkos coming out within the next, well, from January to the next couple of months, which is insane. Like I said, there's lots of things to spend money on. Unfortunately, a lot of these things don't really make it to Hawaii, which sucks. But I can honestly say I'm one step closer to finishing my TV Funko collection. I need MacGyver, and I need Kelly Bundy. I would love to get Alias, Jennifer Garner. It's been a while since I've seen any of the Alias Funkos, so we'll see if I can find one. I hope they make a Dark Angel Funko. I would love to get a Faith Funko for Buffy, but not the Fate that they came out with. I think they made the old Buffy the Vampire Slayer had Faith, Buffy, another Buffy, and the 2-pack. They just brought out a couple more Buffy Funkos. I've seen 2 different looking Buffys. So I'm hoping they bring out Faith again. A better looking Faith Funko. But I found Topanga! Honestly, somebody returned both Topanga and Corey. All I wanted was Topanga. Finally got her. So I am pretty stoked. Like I said, it was small. A small find, this toy hunt, but a pretty damn good one. And it didn't cost me a lot of money. Which is really good. They have talked about the new G.I. Joe HasLab. They have confirmed it will be a G.I. Joe. They actually talked about 4 different options that they talked about. And surprise, surprise, one of the options is basically what I told you guys when the Rattler came out. Several other channels are talking about the Mobat. I told you I can't see it. The Mobat was just one Steeler, up on top. There was no other opening for any other characters. It wasn't as it was as big as or bigger than the HISS tank, but it just didn't make sense. To me, it would have made better sense to come out with the G.I. Joe Mauler tank and add in the driver, Heavy Metal, and the Mobat driver, Steeler. Apparently, that is one of the things that they're actually looking into, is the Mauler with both drivers. So they said that it might come with 3 things, and one of them would be or 3 figures: Steeler, Heavy Metal, and a army builder, a green shirt. So as much as that sounds right, I would love to, I guess, fix it a little. So if we look at the Cobra HISS, it came with the driver, a female driver, a technician, technical officer, and Cobra Commander. The Dragonfly came with Wild Bill, Crazy Legs, Ripcord, and Glenda. The Cobra Rattler comes with Wild Weasel, the Gunner, Cobra Gunner, and a Flight Baroness. So, for me, if they do make a Mauler, if they could, I would love to see them make it remote control. But I know that's definitely out of the price range. But I could see them doing 4 figures. Heavy Metal and Steeler are a must. I would also put in Zap. He was one of the original 13. He was the anti-armor specialist. Basically, he was their bazooka guy. And I think it would be pretty insane to have Steeler driving, Heavy Metal on top, and Zap with a bazooka holding on, riding the back end of a Mauler. As far as the other character, so it would definitely have to be a female. I could see them doing definitely uh, just a normal troop builder, a green shirt, because I don't think they have any of those characters yet. And if you watched the original season of G.I. Joe, they had both male and female green shirts. Especially if you watch the Call of the Siren, I believe that episode was called, where the Baroness had a conch shell that if she blew on it, all the male Cobra and G.I. Joe troops would be under her command. So I would love to see that. But at the same time, we could see another version of CoverGirl or another version of Scarlet. It's pretty crazy that we already have 3 versions of Scarlet, 2 versions of Lady J, and 1 CoverGirl with the retro coming out. It, like I said, is insane. I know there are a bunch of other female G.I. Joe characters. Jinx, but I can't see Jinx in a tank. However, so one of the things that have come to my mind is we have all these super soldiers. I think we have the two pack. We have Grunt, I believe, with a Steel Brigade helmet. We have Clutch with a Steel Brigade helmet. Honestly, for me, I would love to see them keep doing this. I mean, bringing out the original 13, 14 G.I. Joe, the original green shirt G.I. Joe with the Steel Brigade helmets with different versions of it. Simply stating that the Steel Brigade is the original. I mean, I would love to see Zap with a Steel Brigade helmet, Steeler with a Steel Brigade helmet. I mean, they already created the retro Scarlet, or yeah, Scarlet, uh, Rock and Roll, and Stalker without it, but it'd be great to see them with it. Another character that I could probably see with the Mauler would be Shooter. We do have a Night Force version of her, but we could get a retro version of her. That would be pretty crazy. Having a tank like a Mauler with the driver, the guy on top with the turret, and two people on the side, one with a bazooka and one with a sniper rifle. Literally, the sniper would take out three guys before they even notice the tank is there. Turret takes out one, bazooka guy takes out another. So they also mention another vehicle is coming. Yes, I do think the MMS is coming. Possibly with the Retro Hawk. It came with the Retro Hawk. I would like it to come with a Retro Sharp Fuse instead. We'll see how that goes. I mean, basically all you gotta do is repaint the HMS, the Cobra version of it. So it's not too hard, but I don't think that's what we're getting. So I do hopefully I'm hoping we get the Thunder Machine sometime this year. But most of the time in the original comics, if we do get a Mauler, the Mauler never really drove anything or towed anything. The Vamp and the Mobat usually tow an MMS missile launcher, but that's not what they normally towed. It was that SLAM, the double laser shooting, not the Flak, but the other one that I believe came with Flash. I mean, the comics and in the cartoons, it literally told this thing. If they do a Mauler, told myself that would be the only G.I. Joe vehicle I would get. But if they do this damn thing, I might have to get that for G.I. Joe. It, so G.I. Joe had two main cannons. One was the flak, which literally was a standstill thing, and one was this dual laser weapon that could be towed. I forget the name of it, but it was pretty insane. The guy would sit on the side. It did, I believe, was shown in the cartoons in the first two miniseries. But I would love to see what that would look like. I do want to get the Cobra Claw. Definitely want to get the Cobra Snake. Definitely want to get some vehicles for the Dreadnoks. The only other thing I want from Cobra, or the only other vehicle I kind of want, is the Cobra Asp, which basically is the Cobra version of that G.I. Joe weapon. Except the Asp, you sat in the middle with the two cannons on the side. I never cared for the missile launcher. I had the G.I. Joe version when I was a kid. Part of it broke. Missiles kept falling off. Never really played with it. I thought it was cool. Came with their commanding officer, which made no sense. But I just, of all the vehicles that were towable, which was those two, it sucked. I'd rather have a vehicle that you can drive. I am I am planning to get the All Striker. To have the Vamp and the All Striker. And like I said, if they come out with the Mobat or the Mauler. Being a collector is hard. Anyway, this has turned out longer than I expected. Still trying to get my DVD cases. Hopefully can order one this week. So all I have left is two. Need to finish my DVD collection. Cleaning out my room little by little, making it look presentable. A bunch of Legos are going to be vaulted this year. So if you're into Legos, go find out what is being vaulted so you don't miss out on anything. For me, I know the Daily Bugle is going to be vaulted this year, which means you're not going to be able to find it unless they bring it out again, or which also means the price of it is going to go up a bit. The other thing is the new Disney Castle, which again, the price is going to go up, but it's crazy. Lots of things to collect, lots of things to get, insanely lots of other things to do, especially these few months. Gotta get a new ID for work, gotta do my taxes. WWE 2K25 looks the same, 300 plus characters. I'm excited that it has most of the Anoa'i family in it. I don't know why. There will be characters in it that aren't in WWE anymore. As usual, there will be an insane amount of characters though. Honestly, that's the next big game I'm waiting for. I do want to get Avowed, but I'll wait a little while. Still lots of games I want to get. Capcom vs. SNK, the collection. Fatal Fury. Lots of comics to get. Literally insane. Lots of things to do, lots of things to get. Some days I think I'm losing my mind. If you're in Hawaii, Us Wrestling's going to be having 2 shows. Get on our website, Unified Championship Entertainment. A student show next month in March. And a show in April at Hawaiian Brian's, I believe. Still yet. We have 4 shows, I believe, at Hawaiian Brian's. Big announcements coming, some changes for Us, maybe. We'll see what happens. Lots of things are happening. Both in real life and as a collector. Been insanely busy. Work every day kind of gets getting suckier and suckier. But this is what we do. Like I said, I supposedly have something coming tomorrow. At least that's what the tracking says. I don't know what it is. I did order 2 comics. Well, the Thundercats, which I don't think it is, because they're still doing the thing. It's too fast for it. Which is the 24 books of the comic books in 1 book. I do have the graphic novel for Soul Reavers coming, but that is supposed to be in May. So there is something that is supposed to be coming. However, I have not gotten the email for my address from them. It is something that was supposed to come out in January. So I'm hoping somehow, some way, this is what it is. Because if it's not, I have not heard back from the company, which is McFarlane Toys, which I've actually been trying to communicate as much as possible through email, Twitter, telling all my problems. So I'm hoping somehow, some way, they found out who I am and is sending me the product that I ordered. Otherwise, I may have lost out on some money, but we'll see. It's supposed to have arrived in Honolulu at the FedEx building. Sometimes it takes 2 days, so maybe Friday. So expect a video from it, and we can figure out what it is together. Like I said, I have been going crazy toy hunting, trying to find Gem in the Hologram stall at Walmart. Can't find it, but I have a lot of videos to bring out, and definitely a couple mailboxes to do. So see you guys in a few. Take care, be safe, be strong. Try and be understanding and respectful. We're all human, and we're all just trying to live the best life we can for ourselves. I'm not a big sports guy, but definitely congratulations to the Eagles for their win at Super Bowl. Hope you guys like the 2 comics and the Funko. See you soon. Aloha.